my man say the shit is straight foolery. We should know better, we've been lacking maturity. Everybody swallow my homemade potion before the lands all get swallowed by the ocean. Global warming ain't just some kind of notion, and we can chase the shit with some kind of devotion. And he was
the chairman of the Big Huddle. Some brief background of how the Big Huddle started, Rick, and when it started and how it's evolved since then.
Well, really, it was an original idea of a gentleman by the name of Gene Brozovich, who was a businessman around Billings. Bought him, people know Gene from golf courses or supporting football, especially University of Montana football. Even though he played at Eastern Montana College in the 60s, he was kind of a throwback. He was one of the last players that went both ways at a time when Eastern Montana College was pretty good. Matter of fact, when we talk about the Football Hall of Fame, I'll give you a little background on the schools. But he said, you know, that we really didn't have an alumni group that dropped football up there in '78 at Eastern Montana College, now MSUB. He said we need to get together every year for players because there's no other forum. So the Big Huddle was created to just unite football alumni, but then it became all school alumni. So we've grown to about 400 members, I think, in 9 years. And of course, we lost Gene in 2011, right. So it's kind of fallen on the rest of us now.
All right, let's talk about Rick Helmus just for a second. You probably don't like to talk about yourself, but give us some of Rick's background. What are you all about?
Well, that could be kind of a short conversation, you know, Larry.
That's all right.
Belt, Montana. Grew up on a ranch. My life changed when a gentleman by the name of Sonny Holland, that's actually one of the inductees to the Montana Football Hall of Fame next week, when he showed up in Great Falls in 1966, I had a friend that was going to Great Falls High School while I was out at Belt Valley High School and said, hey, would you like to come to Great Falls High and play? Well, I had 5 guys that were going to, you know, play football out there in my class, and the Mighty Thunder and Herd sounded great, so I went to Great Falls High my senior year, and that's how I ended up coming to Eastern Montana College as a walk-on, and of course it turned out very well there for 4 years. And then I found out about rodeo, and I professionally was a steer wrestler for a while. Wanted to be a teacher and coach. Didn't know if I liked the politics of the educational system at the time. Matter of fact, I had a principal suggest that I might think of something else because I wanted to discipline a set of parents one day. So I didn't coach, went back to ranching, and then sold the ranch in '90 and moved to Billings, and have been here ever since. And this is one of the projects I love to work on.
So I was a bison too. I played. I went to high school in Great Falls at Great Falls High for a couple of years back in the '70s.
Well, you good man, you.
Yeah, I was a bison for a couple of years and moved to Frenchtown, Montana. Let's talk about the Montana Hall of Fame. This is a big deal coming up. Big party coming up next week.
It is a big deal, and if you can imagine that it was an idea on May 1st, and where we've come to now to induct 13 players Friday, August 12th over at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center, and the fact that without any advertising, we sold 15 tables so far, just word of mouth and social media.
How cool, yeah.
It's incredible, but here's what we found. This is where it gets pretty interesting. Larry, there's 140 kids that we found so far that have gone from the University of Montana into professional football. There's about 70 at Montana State. There were 10 from Eastern Montana College in a 12-year period. There's 3 from Carroll, and 2 from Rocky and Tech, and 1 from Western that have gone on to the NFL that we've found. Now, what we're hoping is that people that come to the event and see the magazine. We have a 50-page glossy magazine with all of this information in it. It's really cool, and we've really got to thank our advertisers for that. But we're hoping people look that stuff up and say, hey, so-and-so is missing from 1932.
Yes, I'm sure there are a few gaps as of this date, but I mean, you're talking big. Give us some of the big names like Mitch Donahue and Jan Stenerud, who you're very familiar with.
Absolutely. We start out, one of the more interesting stories is going to be the first inductee, Harvey Munford. He was the first black athlete from any school in Montana, basketball player here. And, to put it in context, he made his living jumping up high enough to take dimes off the top of a backboard. I mean, he was a phenomenal athlete, but he was a basketball player. But he was the fastest guy on the team, so the Los Angeles Rams said, here's a guy 6'9", that fast. We're going to recruit him to block kicks. So he went to the NFL for the Rams in '65, later played for the Los Angeles Lakers in the basketball team. But he'll be the first inductee. Then Jan Stenerud, and you're right, he's in Canton. He's an automatic in Montana. But it really gets interesting from there. The Lazatich family from Billings, Bill Millen and Pete Lazatich are going to be inducted as a family. Karen Moses here in town is going to talk about her father, Bill Lazatich. And Millen's daughter, Milana from Bozeman, will be here. But then it goes to later on in the decade to Brian Salonen, Pat Donovan, Mitch Donahue. Donahue Roofing did a wonderful thing. They bought 30 footballs. So all the inductees are going to sign these footballs, and they'll be available to the audience that night. We're going to have a raffle, and people are going to leave with 30 signed footballs.
Oh, that's cool.
And then Dave Dickinson, again, he did his. I've seen his video acceptance speech, and you talk about one humble guy. It's pretty incredible speech. And then Tuff Harris and Chris Horn from Rocky Mountain College kind of round out the 13. There are two, Sonny Holland and Kane Ione, two Bobcats for a service category that the selection committee came up with that are also going to be inducted. But it's quite a night. Those speeches it's going to be, in my opinion, the premier football banquet of the year.
That'll be some emotions as well. And give us the bullet points, where, when, what time, how people can get tickets, and how we can help you out, Rick.
The NFL celebrities are going to start coming into town Wednesday night. They're going to play at a golf tournament with a lot of the football alum from Eastern on Thursday. I think there's one golf team spot left. If anybody's interested, they can call me, and that's 208-8142.
So give us dates. So next Thursday would be August 11th?
That's 11th. And then the banquet starts where there's a tour for anybody that's in town. First of the Rockies' new facilities, Rocky Mountain College. They are absolutely gorgeous, the new field up there. Then we're going to go to Kiedis Fine Art Gallery downtown because of his affiliation with football. Then the banquet, the reception really starts at 5 o'clock out at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center at 5, so that people with kids that want to have them taking pictures with the celebs or people that know the celebs and want to socialize can. The banquet starts at 6 sharp so that we can get through all the acceptance speeches. Universal Athletics is selling tickets, and they really stepped up to the plate, Larry, because they're going to host a permanent exhibit at their new store in Bozeman on North 7th. So every one of the inductees is going to have a display on an easel when they're called up, and they're going to be given a Hall of Fame jacket from Montana, and they are really cool.
What about on social? What about on social media, Facebook, website, for people to look up more information on this? Because we can't possibly get everything in during this talk here.
No, but you're sure doing a great job of it.
No, you're doing all the work.
We have a Facebook page, a Montana Football Hall of Fame, or you can go to Big Huddle, and there's a link there, and there's also a request for tickets there. But Universal Athletics in all 7 major locations in Montana, the 7 cities, Universal Athletic is also selling tickets, so folks can get them. And I would recommend they do it soon. Yeah. 15 tables pre-sold without any advertising. And I know we got 2 more requests early this week, so it will sell out.
Congratulations. August 12th, the big night coming up. And Rick Helmus with us, chairman of Big Huddle. And what an exciting time coming up, and I appreciate the time.
If you have not tried cryotherapy, then here in Billings you can now since last July. Cindy Graff and her staff, N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4. If you're an athlete or if you just work out, if you're elderly and have the aches and pains, try cryotherapy. If you log on to the website, you'll learn a lot about what cryotherapy is all about and how it could help you as well. N2 Cryotherapy in Billings.
Livin' Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
Hi, this is John Lagerquist, the voice of the Carroll College Fighting Saints for 25 years. I'm very excited about the new Montana Football Hall of Fame. Every NFL player from a Montana school since 1926 will one day be eligible for induction. Those like Carroll's Casey Fitzsimmons and over 100 others. Plan to be in Billings for the first induction class on August 12th. Listen close for ticket information.
Tickets are available at all Universal Athletic locations and at bighuddle.com. Truly trained barbers, the experts at hair. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main Street in the Heights. I've used Austin as my barber at Jim and Austin's Barbershop for about 5 years now. The best $10 haircut ever. And 10 minutes, $10 in and out. You can even get your haircut over your lunch hour. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights. Find them on Facebook.
Livin' Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
Our forecast at livinlargelarry.com is brought to you by Top Sandwich Company, locally owned in Billings across from Shopko. Not a bad week. Low to mid 80s for the first part of the week and mid 80s for the middle part of the week. Heading into Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, about 85 to 90. Then very little rain in our forecast. A chance of late afternoon, evening thunderstorms throughout the period. Top Sandwich Company across from Shopko in Billings. Free delivery, even one sandwich. And ask about catering at Top Sandwich Company across from Shopko in Billings. All kinds of blinds, MT.com. Cellular blinds, looking for vertical blinds or those woven woods, or if you have an idea how to dress up your window, but you need the experts, then talk to All Kinds of Blinds. And for security window film, All Kinds of Blinds has that for you as well. All Kinds of Blinds in Billings, All Kinds of Blinds, MT.com. And they have a great service area around the metropolitan area of Billings, Montana, too. All Kinds of Blinds, MT.com. Third-year anniversary celebration for Carrie's Massage business. 2-part body wraps at $70 the month of August, normally $95. That'd be good for any 2 body parts that you choose. So you could choose your hips and legs or arms and belly. You can even get your face massage. Yep, it'll help tighten your chin muscles so that little flap of skin that you tend to get will shrink up just a little bit. Carrie's Massage, 928 Broadwater, suite number 204. And how about half-price reflexology massages for $15? Normally cost you $30. The reflexology is just hands and feet. Takes about 30 minutes. Includes a relaxing foot soak as well. Carrie's Massage, 3 years and going strong. 928 Broadwater, suite number 204. No disrespect to the industry, but there seems to be coupons for everything. And if you want the real coupon magazine, Hometown Values coupon magazine, a coupon book you can read, and practical couponing. Hometown Values, check them out. Different Hometown Values magazines for each part of the city. Hometown Values, Billings and Laurel. Log on to myhometownvalues.com.
Livin' Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
Grizzlies attacking sheep. I'm Livin' Large Larry. State wildlife officials believe 2 grizzly bears preyed on sheep in the Sweetgrass Hills in north central Montana. Fish, Wildlife, and Park spokesman Bruce Ockley says that the 13 sheep were killed at a ranch last week, but wildlife officials were unable to trap the bears. Grizzly bears along the Rocky Mountain front have been expanding onto the prairies to the east for several years now. A 23-year-old Helena man was killed and 3 other people injured in a head-on collision that authorities say was caused when the man tried to pass another vehicle in a no-passing zone. That crash happened Wednesday morning on U.S. Highway 12 near Avon. A group of Montana and federal wildlife officials opposing a $57 million concrete dam and fish bypass that the U.S. government says would help an ancient and endangered fish species in Montana's Yellowstone River. The officials dismissed as unfounded the proposed project's alleged benefits for pallid sturgeon. It would be built near the North Dakota border. Ryan Zinke was in Kalispell this week, part of a 4-stop campaign tour with Representative Trey Gowdy, the South Carolina congressman, well known for his role as the chairman of the U.S. House Select Committee on Benghazi. Republican Representative Zinke was born and raised in Whitefish and is a former SEAL 6 commander, the group responsible for killing Osama bin Laden. In Billings, the Montana Rescue Mission's men's shelter was devastated by water at the end of July when a gust from a broken pipe into the dining area. Its insurance company is now deciding what it wants to do about it, after which the mission's board of directors will decide how to move forward given the extent of the damage. An armed robbery at a Billings Heights casino this week left one customer with minor injuries. The suspects fled the scene with an undisclosed amount of cash. Case is still being investigated. Montana women's basketball assistant Shannon Schwayen has been named the head coach of the Lady Grizz basketball team that she played on and has helped coach for the past 24 seasons. Athletic director Kent Haslam says Schwayen accepted the job offer last weekend and signed a 3-year contract on Monday. She takes over the program that Robin Selvig's coached to 865 wins over 38 seasons. If ticket sales are any indication, this year, every show at Montana Fair in Billings, running August 12th through the 20th, will top last year's entertainment offerings. Ticket sales are up 180% over last year. Montana Fair begins on Friday, runs through August 20th. Sports, Katie Ledecky has won her 3rd gold at the Rio Olympics. Ledecky led the U.S. to first place in the women's 4x200-meter freestyle relay. The U.S. men's basketball team is now 3-0 at the Olympics after rallying to beat Australia 98-88 for its 20th straight victory in Olympic competition. I'm Livin Large Larry.
3rd-year anniversary celebration for Carrie's Massage business. 2-part body wraps at $70 the month of August, normally $95. That'd be good for any 2 body parts that you choose. So you could choose your hips and legs or arms and belly. You can even get your face massage. Yep, it'll help tighten your chin muscles so that little flap of skin that you tend to get will shrink up just a little bit. Carrie's Massage, $9.28 Broadwater, suite number 204. And how about half-price reflexology massages for $15? Normally cost you $30. The reflexology is just hands and feet. Takes about 30 minutes. Includes a relaxing foot soak as well. Carrie's Massage, 3 years and going strong. 928 Broadwater, suite number 204. No disrespect to the industry, but there seems to be coupons for everything. And if you want the real coupon magazine, Hometown Values coupon magazine, a coupon book you can read, and practical couponing. Hometown Values, check them out. Different Hometown Values magazines for each part of the city. Hometown Values, Billings and Laurel. Log on to myhometownvalues.com. Rimrock Flooring in business now, going on 2 years on Central Avenue, and rimrockflooringmt.com. 3 stores for better buying power for you, and they're in the middle of their 10 to 60% off big spring sale going on at Rimrock Flooring on Central in Billings.
Livin Large Larry live from the Red Line Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin Large Larry live.
Keystone Mortgage has moved to a much larger location. Keystone Mortgage is our underwriter for our replay of the show, our podcast. Keystone Mortgage, purchase, refinance, investment properties, second home, anything dealing with mortgages. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. And that slogan fits. Keystone Mortgage Company, Keystone Mortgage, KeystoneHomeLoans.com. They are locally owned and operated, and you can search them out on Facebook. Just type in the keyword, the Keystone.
2016 Red Ants Pants Festival, White Sulphur Springs, is in the books for 2016. Sarah Calhoun, the head chief, the owner of Red Ants Pants. And I got to tell you, Sarah, first of all, welcome to the radio show here at KGHL.
Thank you for having me.
You guys had a really decent, fantastic lineup this year, and I'm curious about the overall welcoming of the crowds that showed up. 16,000 people for the festival?
Yes, indeed. Record attendance this year, and that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday combined. So we had a lot of happy fans in White Sulphur Springs.
What does that look like compared to years past? This being this past one being the 6th. What do the numbers look like? Like last year, did it slaughter the record?
Yep, last year was 14,000, so we're still stepping up, and fortunately everyone was well behaved and we had no incidents, which is always a good thing, and everyone was very neighborly and really enjoyed the show.
Very good. I mean, yeah, big names, and we can't talk about all of them, but the Mavericks, Winona, the Big Noise, Mission Mountain Wood Band, Corb Lund, Ray Wiley Hubbard, and Corb Lund and Ray Wiley, they actually came to Billings a week later for some stuff we were doing here.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely, making the rounds. Those guys were fantastic. And also on Friday night, Hayes Carl played right before Corb, and they jumped in on each other's stages, and because they've written some songs together, and similarly with Hayes and Ray Wiley, and there's just a neat overlap with all the performers.
Yeah, great variety. What is the Red Ants Pants Foundation, for those who don't know and may want to contribute and follow it in years moving forward?
Yeah, so that is our nonprofit arm, which is what the festival is a fundraiser for, and our Red Ants Pants Foundation is in support of women's leadership, working family farms and ranches, and rural communities. So proceeds from the festival go towards our grant program, so we give money away to programs and individuals and ranches across the state, and it's a really neat way to kind of celebrate all the culture and the values of rural Montana.
And it's the 6th year of the Red Ants Pants Music Festival. Does anybody ever say, why did you call it the Red Ants Pants Festival? For one thing, it stands out.
Mm-hmm, it sure does, and there actually is a pants company behind it. Our company is based in White Sulphur. We're in our 10th year now, making workwear for women, and lots of men wear our pants as well. Everything's made in the U.S., and the reason for the name of the pants company is that in an ant colony, it's the female ants that do all the work. So that kind of stuck, and then since we put on the music festival, we just decided to keep the name rolling.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. So do you guys, as coordinators of the Red Ants Pants Festival yearly, do you have like a tracking of where people come from to White Sulphur Springs to watch the show, the 3-day festival?
Mm-hmm. We sure do. There's obviously a lot of Montanans come in with pride, which is always good because they know how to handle the weather and the heat and all that. But we have folks from all over the U.S. and Canada, and folks that come in from Europe, and we've had some from Mozambique and Chile and all over the place. So it's really become a destination, especially for folks that want that rural Montana experience, and it's awfully authentic out there in the cow pasture, and people that follow a lot of these big name bands, they travel all over.
All right, Sarah Calhoun with us with the Red Ants Pants Festival post-interview. It was several weeks ago, but I think people are still curious about how it went, and those people that couldn't make it in 2016, hopefully some are making plans to attend it in 2017. Do you have a partial lineup, or are you able to kind of give us some hints as to who's coming maybe next year?
I will start putting in offers within the next month, so we don't have it dialed in yet, but it'll be a big project for the coming months, and we'll announce that in early April 2017, but it's going to be a good one.
Do the fans of Red Ants Pants Music Festival, do they ever suggest artists to look into?
Absolutely, and we welcome that all the time. So just shoot us an email or a phone call, and we'll take it all into consideration.
All right, so one thing that you guys do, you do many things during that 3-day weekend. It takes a lot of planning, but one thing that I'm kind of intrigued is the Emerging Artist Competition. How'd that go for 2016?
Oh, it was fantastic. It's a really neat way to show different talent at different levels in their careers, and this year the winners of the Side Stage Emerging Artist Competition is Pollo Loco out of Great Falls, classic country band, and we're very excited they'll kick things off on the main stage next year for 2017.
Cool. That is awesome. I was just doing some research last night, actually, about the Montana Beard and Mustache State Championship. Was that part of the festival this year?
Yes, it is every year, and it's very entertaining. Lots of folks come out for that and put on their best facial hair outfits, so to speak, and it's really an entertaining competition for the crowd, for sure.
You know, beards are coming back, too.
They are. They are indeed, and mustaches. It is true.
Yeah, making a resurgence. So, give us some details on how people can follow along with Red Ants Pants Music Festival, even after the event. Looking into next year, website for maybe Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. We're very active on social media, Facebook especially, and Instagram and all that good stuff. And then our website, our official one, is redancepantsmusicfestival.com, and all of our info will be there, and we'll continue posting videos from the year. We'll have some save the date films coming out, as well as some live from the back pasture, some of our acoustic recording series we have of our artists. So stay tuned.
Very good. And do you have dates set for 2017?
We sure do. July 27th through 30th, 2017.
All right. Well, it's, like you said, it's becoming a destination event, White Sulphur Springs, Montana. It's very cool. I love the 16,000 way to break the record, and there's, I guess, a chance to break the record each and every year going forward.
Absolutely, and we're considering capping it in the future, so we'll make sure to publicize that tremendously if we do so. We just want to maintain the goodwill feel of the whole event.
All right, Sarah Calhoun with us. Any final comments from you?
We just appreciate the support, both local and statewide. Thank you so much.
Livin' Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
Our forecast at livinlargelarry.com is brought to you by Top Sandwich Company, locally owned in Billings across from Shopko. Not a bad week. Low to mid-80s for the first part of the week and mid-80s for the middle part of the week. Heading into Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, about 85 and 90. Then very little rain in our forecast, a chance of late afternoon, evening thunderstorms throughout the period. Top Sandwich Company across from Shopko in Billings. Free delivery, even one sandwich. And ask about catering at Top Sandwich Company across from Shopko in Billings. Trained barber haircuts, Jim and Austin's Barbershop, 2225 Main in the Heights, the best $10 haircut ever. Jim and Austin's Barbershop, the official barber for the Livin' Large Larry live show. Like him on Facebook, Jim and Austin's Barbershop up in Billings Heights. 2225 Main in the Heights, Jim and Austin's Barbershop. Proud supporters of the JCs. Fitness is found in many things. Working out, also through cryotherapy. N2 Cryotherapy in Billings since last July, and the business has really expanded. Talked to Cindy Graff and her crew at N2 Cryotherapy, 805 24th Street West, Suite number 4, and N2Cryo.com for details, a little history about what cryotherapy is, how it'll help you, and right now she's got a great contingent of athletes, and we're talking from middle school to high school to the professional ranks as well. Ask her about it. N2 Cryotherapy, and ask for the introductory offer as well. N2Cryo.com. You can set up an appointment online as well.
Livin' Large Larry live from the Redline Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
Utilizing KTVQ.com, Color8.com, at Times and Billings Gazette, as well as Brian Bennett's news writing for state news from the Northern News Network. This is livinlargelarry.com news. The Hunter Peak Fire is 1,000 acres now. A wildfire between Cody and Yellowstone is threatening the community of Crandall on the Chief Joseph Highway. The Hunter Peak Fire is the second big fire in Park County, Wyoming in a week. Again, the Hunter Peak Fire is now 1,000 acres and growing. Yellowstone County Commissioners picked a replacement Thursday for Bill Kennedy, who resigned this month to take a job leading the MSUB Foundation. Commissioners Jim Reno and John Oslin chose State Senator Robin Driscoll. Driscoll, along with former Billings Mayor Chuck Tooley and former State Senator Dave Wanzenreed, attended the special meeting on Thursday afternoon. Driscoll is the education coordinator for the Billings Public Schools. She plans on giving a 2-week notice before she accepts her duties as the new county commissioner. A 71-year-old Billings woman was charged Thursday with a felony for allegedly slapping an unruly 4-year-old child in a restaurant parking lot, 27th Street, Perkins. Beverly Ann Hardy was charging Yellowstone County Justice Court with felony assault on a minor for a June 9th incident outside the Perkins on North 27th Street. According to court records, Darla Edwards called police shortly before 11 a.m. to report that an elderly woman she did not know approached her 4-year-old foster son, slapped him across the face, and then yelled at him that he would be going to jail. And when arrested, Hardy told the officer she did not feel like what she did was wrong. Police in Jerome, Idaho are looking for a 14-year-old girl who may be traveling with a 43-year-old wanted man, possibly headed to Yellowstone National Park. A Center for Missing and Exploited Children says Annie Gwynn of Jerome, Idaho, may be in the company of Charles McLaughlin, who has a felony warrant out for his arrest for failure to appear and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Officials say they may be traveling in a black 2002 Chevy Impala with Idaho license plate number 2TZ7538 and may be heading in the direction of Yellowstone National Park. Glance at news at livinlargelarry.com.
Keystone Mortgage has moved to a much larger location. Keystone Mortgage is our underwriter for our replay of the show, our podcast. Keystone Mortgage, purchase, refinance, investment properties, second home, anything dealing with mortgages. You aren't just a number, you're our number one priority. And that slogan fits. Keystone Mortgage Company, Keystone Mortgage, KeystoneHomeLoans.com. They are locally owned and operated, and you can search them out on Facebook. Just type in the keyword, the Keystone.
Livin' Large Larry live from the Red Line Computer Studios next to the Dollar Tree off of King Avenue West in Billings, Montana. This is Livin' Large Larry live.
Want to welcome to the program once again Ray Massey, Director of Marketing and Sales, getting ready for Montana Fair over at Metro Park. Good morning, Ray. Thanks for a few minutes today.
Thanks, Nick. We're getting all cranked up for Montana Fair, which opens at 4 o'clock Friday afternoon and set for 9 jam-packed days of things for people to do at the fairgrounds.
Ray, I wanted to ask you, we had lunch with you yesterday. It was Media Day. You go back 100 years on this. You've got events that have been there since probably the first fair that continue today, things that were there when I was a kid that are, that are always going to be your standbys that we're going to see at the fair, but you're always adding new stuff too. That must be a compelling process to go through with you and your staff to kind of add all those things together and put it together for a couple of, for about 10 days.
We do it for the look on people's faces when they show up. I talked yesterday a little bit about it's not about the money. It's not about the economic benefit to the community that we do this. We do this for the memories. We do this for the smiles on the faces of the kids. We do it for that wide-eyed amazement when they see something for the very first time. That really is what generates the enthusiasm from the staff to execute the programs that we do. And we have the old favorites. This year, you guys at KGHL broadcast during the junior livestock sale. Well, you're not going to do that this year because that sale has changed. It is now the Patrick K. Goggins Junior Livestock Sale in honor of Pat and all the things that he did for our community and for this particular sale, moving it to Montana Fair 35 years ago when it was still called the Yellowstone Exhibition.
Ray, we'll be out Saturday the 20th, of course, at 10 o'clock. Been a huge success the past 5 or 6 years for the Yellowstone River Roundup PRCA Rodeo, if you wanted to touch a bit on that.
It's one of the top 40 rodeos in the United States, and they rank rodeos based upon the purses and the number of cowboys and cowgirls that are involved in it. Over 560 participants have signed up to be part of the rodeo this year. Not Amazing. A record. I think we're 10 or 12 short of the record we had last year, but still just a jam-packed rodeo for 3 nights, as well as slack on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the cowboys to participate in. And slack doesn't cost you anything. If you want to come watch slack, the fairgrounds, usually it's by 10 in the morning. We're not doing a lot of things at 10. We only have the gates open for the general public at 10, but slack's there. If you want to come watch that, you certainly can.
All right, sounds good. Ray Massey we're talking about Montana Fair. Also some new ways to get to a Montana Fair. You got some shuttles running, I understand. Uber's now could be a big part of it.
We will have an Uber stop directly in front of Rimrock Auto Arena for the fair this year. They're excited about having launched their service in Montana. We're excited about having them and using the keyword, and I've not used Uber, so I have to rely on Jamie Porter for that in my office, but using the keyword Metro Park will save you $20 on your Uber ride. So you can come, have fun, not worry about the parking, and let somebody else take care of the driving for you and save money at the same time.
All right, Ray, we'll let you go. Just want to put in a plug for the Value Pass.
$64 value pass. You have to get it before close of business on Friday. That's when we stop selling it. There is no better value. You can't do anything, whether it's go to the movies, go to Zoo Montana, go to about anything in town for less money per day than what the value pass gets you. $64. You get on the grounds every single day. You get into any of the concerts, any of the rodeos, and the Supercross, all for that one price.
Sounds good. Things are going to really be hopping for him. Ray, thanks for the time this morning. I know you're busy. Thanks for jumping on and give us an update. And best to you and Bill and, of course, Jamie and the rest of your staff.
Thanks for the time, Nick. I appreciate it.
No problem. Ray Massey, Director of Marketing and Sales at Metropark. Of course, used to be the general manager here at KGHL with a very long career in radio, but he'll be seeing you and greeting you with everybody else out at Montana Fair. We'll start tomorrow with Sneak a Peek Day, and we'll continue. We've got coming up, it'll be Egg Day. That'll be Saturday. Seniors Day on Monday. Kids Day on Wednesday. Energy Day Thursday. And Friday will be Veterans Day. That's Montana Fair. We'll be covering it all as we get through the next week.
Third-year anniversary celebration for Carrie's Massage Business. 2-part body wraps at $70 the month of August, normally $95. That'd be good for any 2 body parts that you choose. So you could choose your hips and legs or arms and belly. You can even get your face massage. Yep. It'll help tighten your chin muscles so that little flap of skin that you tend to get will shrink up just a little bit. Carrie's Massage, 928 Broadwater, suite number 204. And how about half-price reflexology massages for $15? Normally cost you $30. The reflexology is just hands and feet. Takes about 30 minutes. Includes a relaxing foot soak as well. Carrie's Massage, 3 years and going strong. 928 Broadwater, suite number 204.
The return of football is just around the corner, and what a better way to prime your gridiron pump than to rub shoulders and listen to the stories of a collection of the state's best. Hi everybody, Mick Holdeen here, inviting you to the inaugural induction of the Montana Football Hall of Fame in Billings.
An inaugural induction ceremony will be held August 12th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center. Go to Montana Football Hall of Fame on Facebook. Tickets are available at all Universal Athletic locations or online at bighuddle.com.